Today, we are diving into a skill that, honestly, can change pretty much everything, being able to talk to anyone with real confidence. And hey, we're not talking about becoming some perfect, flawless speaker. Nope. We're talking about becoming more, well, you. Let's jump in.
We've all been there, right? That exact moment you want to say something, but your brain just freezes. It hits pause. Then you walk away, and the replay starts in your head. Why did I say that? Or even worse, why didn't I say anything? It's such a frustrating loop, but just admitting that feeling exists, that's the very first step to breaking out of it.
So let's start with a really foundational truth here. That anxiety you feel, that little knot in your stomach, it is not some personal flaw you have. It's a universal human thing. And the second you truly get that, you start to take away its power. Just think about it for a second. Whether you're speaking your first language or learning a new one, this anxiety pops up. Even the people who seem so effortlessly confident, yeah, they feel it too. The secret isn't that they don't have fear, it's knowing they're not the only ones feeling it. In fact, the source material we're looking at uses the word terrifying to describe this feeling. Now that's a strong word, and it's used for a reason. It validates just how intense this anxiety can be. For a lot of people, this isn't just a tiny worry. It's a genuine bone-deep fear. And this quote, this completely reframes the whole goal, doesn't it? We tend to think confidence is about getting rid of fear entirely, but it's not. Confident people still feel fear. The big difference is they act anyway. Real confidence is just being okay with being imperfect. So, how do we actually get there? Well, it's not about memorizing a bunch of clever lines. Before you can ever change how you talk, you've got to change how you think. It all kicks off with this really crucial shift in your mindset. Just look at this comparison. So many of us are trapped over in that impress column, treating every conversation like some kind of performance where we're being graded. The real secret is to just move over to the connect column. Stop performing and just start connecting. This is such a powerful thought. I mean, let that sink in. When you start seeing everyone, and that includes yourself, as equals who are all just trying to connect, the pressure to perform just melts away. It totally levels the playing field and makes talking to people so much less intimidating. So, at the end of the day, confidence isn't really about having perfect words or flawless grammar. It comes from being genuine, from a real, honest desire to connect with another human being. That is what people actually respond to. Okay, so you've got the mindset right. Awesome. But what do you actually say when your mind goes totally blank? Let's build what the source calls a conversation toolbox. We're going to fill it with some really practical tools. This is so simple, but it is so effective. Before you go into a social situation, just take 1 minute to think of one small, interesting thing that happened to you. That way, when someone asks, "So, how was your week?" you're not caught off guard with a flat, "Good." But hey, what if you haven't prepared anything? No problem. You don't need some deep philosophical topic to start a conversation. A lot of the time, the best icebreakers are literally right in front of you, in your shared environment. Just look around. Take this example. You're in a super long coffee line. You turn to the person next to you and say this. It's simple, it's kind of funny, and it's super relatable. It's not forced at all. It connects you both in that shared moment. And just like that, the ice is totally broken. All right, now for the part that, well, nobody really loves, but everybody needs. You've got the mindset, you've got the tools, but the only way to actually get better is by doing it, especially when it feels really, really awkward. You just can't skip this stage. Think of it this way. At first, your words have training wheels on them. You might feel slow and a little wobbly and totally terrified of falling over, but that is exactly how you learn to ride. So seeing this feeling, awkwardness, as just a necessary part of the whole process is so important. It is not a sign that you're failing. It's actually a sign that you're trying, and that means you're on the path to getting better. Every single one of these little interactions is like a rep for your social muscles. Just like at the gym, at first it might feel a little tough, but over time, those muscles get stronger, and what once felt really hard starts to feel, well, pretty natural. So let's just completely change our relationship with mistakes. A mistake isn't some failure that you should be ashamed of. It's evidence. It's actual proof that you're pushing yourself, that you're stretching your comfort zone. Every single slip-up is a step forward. All right, let's bring it all together. Starting a conversation is one thing, but turning it into a real, genuine connection, that takes one more absolutely crucial skill.
And this really gets to the heart of what connection is. Real confidence isn't about dominating the conversation. So many of us are stuck in this loop of just listening to reply, waiting for our turn to jump in. The real magic happens when you start listening to actually understand.
When you listen with intent, you are fully present. You're not just waiting for a pause so you can talk. You're actually absorbing what the other person is saying. People can feel that presence, and that's what builds real rapport.
And this is a part of confidence that gets overlooked all the time. Knowing how to politely and kindly end a conversation is just as important as knowing how to start one. It shows respect and leaves a really positive, lasting impression.
Ending a conversation with grace. Something as simple as, "Hey, it's been really great talking to you. I should get going." It just closes the loop on a positive note. You're not just awkwardly vanishing. You're ending the interaction with warmth and with respect. And that right there, that's the whole ballgame. Stop trying to be the smartest or the funniest or the most perfect person in the room. Just start genuinely expressing who you are and be open to who they are. So with that in mind, I'll leave you with this question. What does real confidence mean to you now?